Soaking up the pre-match atmosphere here as we wait for things to get started. Won't be long now before we get through the formalities. A warm welcome, one and all. And here we have Brazil against Paris Saint-Germain. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
So off we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I've got to go for the highly talented Neymar, a player who's had a lot of pressure to contend with in living up to the great potential he showed from such a young age.
He's had a go! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Good save, he got a decent fist on that. La Sanadiara. Play, and it is a goal kick. Paulinho. Philippe Coutinho. Looks like a good ball through. Now it's Nick. Has a pop! No, he's missed it.
Quick thinking and quick control, Peter. That creates a little more working space.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Thiago Silva. Philippe Coutinho. Goes wide. He'll have a dip! To win it back, turns and goes back. Can he score? He's done very well to get to that.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
They've played it short. And the finish! It's anyone's ball. Looking for support. Philippe Coutinho. Oh, good interception. It is deadlocked. Thiago Silva gets into the right position to intercept. Tries a through ball. And through to the goalkeeper. Done well to tidy up the situation. João Miranda. Neymar. Now the pass. And he's there to cut it out. It through. Chooses to go back. Oh, full-blooded challenge, and it had to be. Now it's Cavani. Gets wrestled off the ball. Neymar. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Paulinho. Neymar. And oh! Goal! Brazil! Jim, your thoughts?
There's the obvious danger man here, and yet he was afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for them.
Brazil take the lead, 1-0.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Looks to slip it through. He's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Looks like a good ball through. Neymar. A real chance to break. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Passes it through. Goes for a sweeping cross. Marco Verratti. Oh, and look who's there doing the defending. Cut out in the nick of time. Rabiot. Brazil leading by 1 and looking very comfortable on it. Meunier. Brazil are in control here on the brink of half-time. Played back in. That has put a stop to that. That's sprayed out wide. Neymar has a hit! Perfection from Di Maria! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look, Peter, there's a great ebb and flow to this clash, and it's above all expectations for me.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Keeper goes long. There is the half-time whistle. Genuinely interesting game here. Very, very watchable. 2 goals, 1 each. It's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. The action has already resumed here.
Brazil can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
Looks to thread it through. That intervention was very necessary. Paris Saint-Germain are on the receiving end of some fairly harsh criticism, mainly about the tactical choices made by the boss.
Yeah, but he brought the criticism upon himself by making substitutions that didn't really make sense. They added confusion when he really needed cohesion.
And a shot! Marquinhos. Asana Diarra. Meunier. John Miranda. It's Di Maria. Now the pass. Shot! He's had a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Danger averted for now. Tries a through ball. Nicely measured pass. Hits one! That really should have hit the net.
Philippe Coutinho put absolutely everything he had into that. Maybe better look next time.
Paulinho gathers from the goal kick. Shoots! Paris Saint-Germain are keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Asana Diarra. That's a foul, no two ways about it.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Deftly done. Thiago Silva positions himself well and cuts it out. Cavani. Cavani with a shot!
Cavani weighed up the options and picked the wrong one.
Ball's loose, who's getting there? It's got through and... looks to slip it through. Cavani produced a good ball to find Rabiot, but he was just unable to find a shot. And it's Verratti. Now it's Cavani. Well played, he saw that coming. Now the pass. And now they can launch a counter. Cavani. Cavani! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Coutinho goes looking. Di Maria with the ball through. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Yeah, he was off. Ever so slightly, but he was off.
Oh, sweet feet. Neymar with a shot! Goal! Brazil! And they're back in front. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Brazil get themselves into the lead.
Oh, it was a long time coming, but I think it's fully merited. They've applied themselves extremely well.
Where to from here? Hoists it high. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him.
Paris Saint-Germain are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
Aimed long and direct. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Well, he's the spearhead to the attack, and they need to blunt his chances. There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Played out to the wing. Neymar looks to dink one in.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Well, it is a narrow lead, but they are clinging on to it right now. Brazil looking odds on now. Marcelo has got himself a free kick. So who's he going to be aiming for here? And it's Marcelo. Timely intervention. Going to throw in. Brazil need to hold on for a few more moments. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? Here's the cross.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Marcelo looking to get on the end of this. Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Looking to shoot! And that is the last effort of the game. Brazil win it by the odd goal. Almost nothing in it. Perhaps a draw would have felt fairer. But that's the game, and they have won it at the margin. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Brazil certainly produced a lovely blend of flair and industry to earn a result that was fully merited for me.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me. So hello and a warm welcome to all of you worldwide. We're just waiting for the central characters to make their appearance and then we will be underway. And the game is Italy against Brazil. I'm Peter Drury and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
We have already started here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, if we're talking about strong characters, Gigi Buffon is an easy choice. A class act for me whose presence gives confidence to everyone else in the team. He's a colossus, an Italian treasure.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Damian. Marco Verratti. Tries to stroke it through, and he's cut it out. Neymar. Good idea, just poorly executed. Florenzi. There will be a throw-in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Italy, whose last result owes so much to the astuteness of their manager.
I think, Peter, we have to give credit where it's due. He had a problem up top and he tweaked the system to sort it out. And what I like is that he doesn't hold back. He's got that who dares wins mentality and he really goes for it.
Tries a through ball. Going for goal! Goal! Brazil!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Immobile floats one over, tries to get it forward quickly. Could move up a gear here. Candreva. Forward it goes. And it's Immobile. Florenzi. So they got the only goal to make it 1-0. That had to be more accurate. Paulinho. Neymar. Cantreva. Florenzi. Bonaventura. Neymar. Out towards the flank. Now he's wondering who wants it. Looks to clip it forward. Insigne, whose first half header opened the scoring in their last game, has come loose. Looks like a good ball through. Florenzi goes looking. 15 minutes till half-time. Florenzi, now the pass. Little accusatory stare there tells the whole story.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Bonaventura. Now it's Immobile. And it's Pelotti. He's on his way. Looks to slip it through. Damian. Played into the middle. And that's been levered clear. Aimed long and direct. Cantreva. And the ball's come loose and the chase is on. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Passes it through.
Damian simply had to make that count, and he did it with some authority too. Wonderful.
Verratti plays it out to the flank. And it's Florenzi. Tries to dink it in. There's no flag. Shoots! Can he dig out a shot? Paulinho. Philippe Coutinho. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Brazil haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Brazil head into the dressing room pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Brazil going well here, and they're in a good position to...
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Oh, good interception. Brazil won a tight game last time out and look to build on that. And the weighted pass, is it in? And in it goes! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
He's made it two, and no doubt he's hungry for more. He's had a shot! They are rampant! And the lead is 3! It is surely done!
Are looking strong on the break. Winning the ball in midfield is one thing, but it's their clever use of counter-attacking. That's the real highlight.
Brazil take a 3-goal lead, and they are romping out of sight. Now it's Eder, and it's Pelotti. Dinks one in. Insigne is desperately calling for it out. What header! It goes to show he is human after all.
Pelotti will probably beat himself up after that. as the sole culprit.
Paulinho. Paulinho. It's still early in the second half, but this does look like a job already done. Out to the left it goes. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And it's Coutinho. Candreva, great challenge. Candreva has given away a free kick. Disappointing finish in the end.
Thiago Silva cannot really be faulted for having a go. He's usually more capable.
Bonucci plays it forward. Lorenzo Insigne. And it's Pelotti. Darmian could try cutting inside here. Pelotti. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Oh, the keeper's done just about enough.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frighten the people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Bonaventura. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
It's Ada! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, they're being made to force the issue, but they need to be patient and a little more composed.
Paulinho. Coaxed out to the wing. Has a hit! Goal! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now!
Buffon maybe was unsighted by his own defence there. Just look at the way the ball sneaked through that defensive line, and I don't think he could pick it up until it was way too late.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of goal. What a display, what a player.
Brazil tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless. Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal.
Oh, it's an unusual turn of events, and it was an honest attempt to help out, and I suppose it can happen to anyone.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. Looks like a good ball through. Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Thiago Silva. And it's Neymar. Neymar with the ball through. Bonucci heaves it forward. And it's been taken straight back. Neymar. He'll have a dip! Keeper gets just about enough of it. Oh, he really wanted that.
But that's the motivation and enthusiasm he shows, and the quality he produces. Well, he was thinking about headlines, I'm sure, but he ought to focus more on breaking lines.
Marco Verratti. Lorenzo Insigne. Oh, he's broken through. Let down by a lack of accuracy. David Luiz. Tries lifting it over. Candreva. And that is that. Brazil were irresistible here, dominant, utterly ruthless. Only ever one result, a comfortable win. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, it was engaging, if not an edge-of-your-seat encounter, and importantly, it offered the right result.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening. Soaking up the pre-match atmosphere here as we wait for things to get started. Won't be long now before we get through the formalities. A warm welcome, one and all. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
The action has already started. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this one is pretty easy, it's got to be Aguero. How do you contain someone with the speed of movement, technical strength and finishing ability that he possesses? All I'm saying is that I'm glad it's not me trying to stop him.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Oh, smart save. It's a brilliant interception. Silva steered out wide. And help's available out wide. He's got away. Now he goes for goal! He certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. David Luiz. Philippe Coutinho. He's having a look round. Plays it back. And it's hoisted clear. And it's Coutinho. Good challenge, he just stood firm. De Bruyne, Aguero. Gets wrestled off the ball. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. De Bruyne floats one over. Timely intervention. De Bruyne needed to come up with a better ball.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. David Silva passes it through. De Bruyne. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? Neymar. Coutinho with the ball through. He's left his man. He's had a shot. That's been levered clear. It's Neymar. Shot a goal! Questions were asked, and he's given the answers. Neymar. Stones plays it forward. Could move up a gear here. Looks to thread it through. Cuts it out. Paulinho. Thiago Silva takes control of it and he's on the move. Oh, he's in! Can he finish? Goal! Brazil!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Brazil get themselves into the lead.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Fernandinho. And it's Aguero. Gets a good foot in there. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Decent progress down the left. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Laporte is the guilty party there. Thiago Silva. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Fernandinho plays a clever pass. Looks to slip it through. Sane could try cutting inside here. So they got the only goal to give them a 1-0 lead. Either side really getting hold of the ball. It's a loose ball. He's in! Silva shoots! It's in!
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen.
Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
Well, to his credit, he managed to ghost into space to finish things off, but the failure to spot him was ghastly defence.
Can he score? Goal!
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Brazil take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Paulinho. Now the pass. Chooses to go back. Aimed long and direct. Luis does well there, alert. And it's half-time here. So a really good half of football. 3 goals and just 1 separating them.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
Brazil head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Gets it upfield. Neymar. Nicely controlled. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Mondi. De Bruyne. Silva. Now it's Aguero. David Silva already, of course, on the score sheet. Sane looking to get on the end of this. Talk about singling someone out.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And he's away. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
De Bruyne dinks one in. Deftly done.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
It's a mistimed tackle, and it is a penalty. Brazil have themselves a penalty. A lot of furious gesticulation, but it is never going to make the referee overturn a decision.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
To further... Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. That's as calm as you like.
He just didn't let his nerves get to him. He struck that with conviction. What a penalty.
Brazil take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should be really positive about this now, Peter.
It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Toure gets it back. Aguero with the foul. Yaya Toure. Looks like a good ball through. Sané. Luis tries to get it forward quickly. Tries a through ball. Done very well to intervene. Neymar. Now it's Aguero. Gundogan. And it's Aguero. That's sprayed out wide. Looks like a good ball through. That intervention was very necessary. Laporte. Plays it out to the flank. Oh, good interception. Some clever work on the flank.
Yeah, they seem to be encouraging both fullbacks to ease inside, so we'll keep an eye on that to see if it all works out.
Looks to slip it through. Defending was physical, no nonsense, and it had to be.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
So, the manager making the last of his changes.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded.
He's gone for it! And that would have won it.
He'll be fuming with himself for not converting. He could have killed it off.
Now the pass. Well played, he saw that coming. De Bruyne. He's through, now is he in? Aguero floats one over. It's a goal kick. Philippe Coutinho. Passes it through. Danger averted for now. And it's been taken straight back. Goes wide. And a header! They are rampant! And surely that settles it. However they tried to stand in his way, he just was not to be denied.
Demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top.
So that's it. It is all over. Brazil were irresistible here. Dominant, utterly ruthless. Only ever one result, a comfortable win. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Look, they've got to be happy with what they've produced here because they showed plenty of industry, and I think they've ended up getting what they deserve.
So that's it for today. Thank you, Jim, and good afternoon all.